Operation of the Blueline Rock Grizzly procedures are as follows. When transporting the Blueline Rock Grizzly to or from a job site location, the following considerations must be made. Be sure to have the proper size loader that is adequately sized to match Blueline Rock Grizzly specification per loader Grizzly unit combination. Loading and unloading. When loading and unloading the Blueline Rock Grizzly onto a transport, the following procedure must be applied. The Blueline Rock Grizzly has 4 structural tie-down locations for safe transport of the unit. These 4 locations can be found on the side walls and are located at the top of each side wall. It is recommended that the Grizzly be tied down with appropriately sized and rated chains and binders. Be sure all chains and binders are removed before lifting the Grizzly from the transport deck. Proper loader tire inflation of loader per loader manufacturer tire specs is critical as the Blueline Rock Grizzly is heavy. Be sure to have an adequately unencumbered, safe, open, and level area for this procedure. It is recommended that there be a ground spotter in full sight and communication with the loader operator at all times during this activity. The spotter shall maintain a safe distance from the loader and Grizzly and in no circumstance be out of the line of sight of the loader operator at all times. The spotter shall be an extra set of eyes for the operator during this activity. When loading or unloading, confirm that there is no person or property on the opposite side of the transport that would be in danger during the loading-unloading process. If the unit is to be loaded with the deck reducer attachment, it is recommended that the safety bar lock, which has been provided with the Blueline Rock Grizzly, be securely in place as designed to avoid any chance of the deck reducer becoming dislodged from the Blueline Rock Grizzly in any way. After a proper safety check of the loader is done and the appropriate procedures have been applied, the Blueline Rock Grizzly can be moved safely. To safely move the Blueline Rock Grizzly, engage the Grizzly with the top of the front bucket from underneath the unit at the location called the mid-span bar. Curl the bucket until both the top of the bucket and the bucket cutting edge is making full contact with the Blueline Rock Grizzly. Lift the unit straight up off the transport deck with the base of the Blueline Rock Grizzly being level as if it was sitting on the deck in its natural resting position until the unit is clear of the transport. Do not in any circumstance with the Grizzly on the loader bucket curl the bucket back toward the cab of the loader or curl the bucket forward out of the natural level position. The Blueline Rock Grizzly should then be moved off the transport in reverse and lowered down to a safe distance above the ground for moving into a final resting position. Blueline Rock Grizzly operation procedure at location. Once the Blueline Rock Grizzly has been moved into its natural working environment, the following procedure shall be observed. The Blueline Rock Grizzly is designed as a 2-stage process. Example, 8-inch minus and plus. Do not process 8-inch plus material over the accompanying 2-inch deck reducer without first separating the material to the 8-inch minus. The 8-inch minus is processed over the 2-inch minus deck reducer. The main Grizzly deck is of a certain design slot opening specification, as is the matching accompanying deck reducer. It is important that the first stage process be used before processing the second stage to avoid potential damage to the deck reducer. The Blueline Rock Grizzly can be fed with an excavator, but is not designed to be moved or cleaned out with an excavator. It is designed only to be moved and cleaned out with a proper size loader. Remember, the best practice is to feed it, fill it, then clean it. Safety check and walk around Grizzly before each use. Examine work area and confirm that the area is adequate for the operation of the Grizzly and all related machinery. Do not tractor transport Grizzly up or down a hillside, and do not move Grizzly sideways across a hill such that there is a potential for tipping over sideways. Deck reducer procedures. When ready to install or remove the deck reducer, make sure both the Blueline Rock Grizzly and the loader are on flat level ground with no potholes or cobbles that would cause the unit to be out of level with the loader. Do not install or remove deck reducer on a hillside. The deck reducer is designed to couple with the main Grizzly deck with minimal effort. Do not force the deck reducer on or off of main Grizzly. It will go on and come off with ease. Make sure the bucket approaches at a 45-degree angle, and once you have the teeth under the bucket hooks, then boom up, and the deck reducer comes off with ease. When ready to quick change, make sure and let the deck reducer or screen overlay slam, and it will center itself using the centering tabs welded on the main deck. Once ready to start work, keep a clear obstacle-free area to load out oversized material. The Blueline Rock Grizzly is designed to process dry, unconsolidated material. Do not process wet material. Blueline Rock Grizzly Processing. When the Grizzly box is full, be sure to load out the minus spoils over to a clear designated area for future loading to truck or conveyor. For best practices, remember to feed it, fill it, then clean it. When oversized material side of Grizzly is full, be sure to haul it off to appropriate pre-stage area. If main Grizzly deck has material obstruction, continue to process material to help push out the stuck material. The Blueline Rock Grizzly is designed to be self-cleaning. Thank you for following the operating procedures of the Blueline Rock Grizzly. For best results, always follow these best practices.